Stop chasing. Look, it's Marcel, aka Honey Bunny Sunny, and you know I'm on a mission to make you some money. Listen, today I got a great video for you guys. Listen, no raps today, unfortunately, right? We will get back into that, but today's been a pretty busy day, so I'm just going to get into the watch list with you all. I got 3 stocks that are going to do amazing this week, and I'm not talking about to the upside. I'm talking about to the downside. All right, we got Nvidia, right? We got AMD to the downside. And then we got MRK to the upside, okay? MRK is in a sector rotation, right? We are seeing SPY on the weekly hinting at it wanting to come down with a fail to up. So it looks like we're gonna see some slippage in tech this upcoming week. So what does that mean? Healthcare is gonna be thriving, maybe energy is gonna be thriving, but tech is going to have a little bit of a hard time, okay? So let's jump right into this list, okay? Give me 1 second. All right, so I'm pulling up the charts right now, and we're gonna start with AMD. All right, so I got AMD pulled up here on the daily, right? So when you look at AMD, it's a few ways that it can go, right? We do have the 3 down on AMD using the strap method. And we got this bullish order block that's sitting right here between 194 and about 200, okay? So the stock looks like it wants to be pulled down to come and retest that. Now, we can get entries in this intraday, mark this level below 207, okay? Below 207, we could take that intraday and ride it down into this order block. The next entry, which will be a bigger move, is a break of that 194, okay? If we can break that 194, that means that we are trying to fill this gaping hole, this big old gap right here, okay? So if we can break through this order block, then we could be coming down to fill the gap to about 173, but maybe even test down here in this area of 160. Okay, so that's AMD. Also, alternatively, I don't want to completely rule out the possibility of it bouncing and going to the upside, because we got a bearish order block up here, and if the market is ready to to continue up, that could we could go into a bullish tear to end the year. Sometimes there's a little bit of trickery in the market. We just never know. But it's not the likely scenario based off of technicals, all right? Again, like I said, based off technicals, matter of fact, let me just show you on SPY, right? So when you look at SPY, which is the biggest holder of a lot of these top tech companies, not only does it look, like a reversal on the daily, but also the weekly. Look at it. The weekly closed with a fail to up. You see that? The weekly closed with a fail to up. Also, we're not gonna forget these gaps down here. These gaps are from the daily, so you can't see the gaps on the weekly, but they're here from the daily. Right, so it's 3 of them to the downside, all the way, to about 530 something. Not saying that's going to happen next week, but what I'm saying is that we could be in the early stages of making our way back down there. So this fail to up can be a week of just bearish activity. Okay, so what we got next? We got Nvidia. Nvidia, I love this setup right here. I think you guys should really pay attention to this. Let's switch to the daily on this. We got a beautiful head and shoulders on the daily, yo. This is taking a little. There we go. Beautiful head and shoulders on the daily. I got both the left shoulder and the right shoulder labeled. Let me make this a little bit bigger. Beautiful setup, right? Left shoulder, head, right shoulder. This is the neckline. It's a slanted neckline. Here is where we closed on Friday. So it's already trying to break the neckline. It breaks the neckline, we could come down to 162 as initial target. We break that, we could be coming down to this next order block of about 151. Again, that slanted neckline usually causes the stock to move rather quickly to the downside. So I'm really liking this setup. If we can, close below or close bearish tomorrow below the neckline and get a break of that neckline, I'd be interested in swinging NVIDIA out for, several months to the downside, okay? And then last but not least, let's get some, at least one that has a upward trajectory. I don't know why this thing is loading like this. Is being real funny. We got MRK, all right? We got MRK, which is just in a beautiful bull flag right now, right? We're in a beautiful bull flag. You see that? You see that drawn out? I got that drawn out, and I also have the measured move. So the distance of the up move, I attached it to the breakout point, which should be happening tomorrow. And this thing can go up to like 120 something based off the measured move. So if we can break out like around 101, 102-ish, that's where I'll be interested in getting calls in MRK. This is something that you can play on the day trade from the breakout. But, since this is a beautiful bull flag on the daily, this is something that I would swing out about 30 days, okay? So you got MRK to the upside. If we get a breakout of about 102 to close outside of the bull flag on the daily, swing that. We got NVIDIA with the head and shoulders. If we can come and break the neckline, we are gonna be entering puts on that. AMD, if we can, break below previous lows and start making our way down into that initial order block, about what? I think about 107 or something like that. I can't remember the exact number, but the first break of that initial level, we can come down, past that. We can day trade that into the initial order block. If it breaks through that bullish order block, then we can play it down to the next level. So those are the three stocks that I got, y'all. MRK to the upside, NVIDIA to the downside, AMD to the downside. This has the potential to make you a significant amount of money this week. Listen, if you are, in your trading journey and you have not locked in with a community, I highly recommend that you lock in with the Prosperity Collective, all right? If this video was helpful to you in any way, also hit that subscribe button, hit that like button. Let's get it into the algorithm. But back to the Prosperity Collective, okay? We are a community of people who are winning in various areas of life. We're focusing on holistic approaches to the market, right? We all know that the reason that different people have different results in things is because they're doing different work internally, okay? And those things have everything to do with your trading, though many people think that it's just the skill set, right? We are human beings that learn things, but the human side of us has to go and implement those things in the real world. Now, if your vessel, if your mind is not clear in the right place, if you don't have the discipline, the patience, then even though you have the theory up here, the way that you show up, the way that you act it out in the world is going to be a little skewed, a little off, right? Your time is going to be off, your intuition is going to be off, causing you to ultimately lose in the long term in this sophisticated game we call trading. All right, so look, I appreciate you guys being on my channel. It's always love over here. I will see you guys in the next one. But remember, invest smart, live free. Peace.